Obrigado por estarem aqui. Nicoletta, you have to forgive me. I have to speak English because you know my Italian is not very good. We have had here Nicoletta Braschi last year in this same room, presenting a film she had made with Jim Jarmusch, Done by Law. And this edition of the festival, we invited Nicoletta to come and present her latest theater show, Giorni Felici, The Happy Days by Samuel Beckett, which happened on the 10th and the 11th, and it was a great success because we had the two shows were sold out, and the people applauded for very long minutes with a standing ovation, and it was a pleasure to welcome you here with the play and all the team of Teatro Uniti and Andrea Renzi, who was the director and also actor in the play. Thank you, Nicoletta, for being here. And besides that, and as we had Nicoletta in the festival for more days, we organized small program with 3 films, which we called Buongiorno Principessa, line that you know for sure because it appears, it's become one of the most known lines, and this is the film, maybe the film by Roberto Benigni and by you that was seen by more people, for sure.
So thank you. Is it working?
Yeah, yes. It is.
Thank you, Antonio and Paolo, for this invitation to me to have the possibility, the joy to share the Happy Days by Beckett here in Portugal in the magnificent theater you have, and with the very warm and public that makes attention, that has the capacity of following to details the text of Beckett. To me, it's been a great, great pleasure. So thank you so much. Yeah. And Beckett, of course, is a genius, and his work talks, it's a genius of contemporary art, is modern. It talks about us, always. Each word he says is about us. It's about each human being, and not only each word, but each words, but also what is between the words. So it's really universal, and I wish everybody could get acquainted with Beckett, because he's so profound that I dare to suggest to everybody to try to get in touch with him as much as it is possible. And also, there was the great screen of his movie, and I suggest also to see that one, because it's a very...
It's filmed by Samuel Beckett.
See, but very special movie, very particular and odd, made with the texture of dreams, as Shakespeare says. So I recommend to see that. And the possibility that you gave to us to see it on the large screen and restored is a big treat.
Yeah, thank you. And regarding the film we are going to see now, La Vita è Bella.
Sì. Allora, in The Life is Beautiful, La Vita è Bella, what is really extraordinary is the quality of the character that Roberto Benigni is acting, is impersonating. That is a very special man, because he's a man that is able to go through difficult, to go through big pain, to go through the horror in the most high way. Is a human being that is able to face difficult, to, as Keats says, to be graceful and to be strong through resistant through bad period, through bad moment of life. So what is the contest is the worst, is the concentration camps. So and the first victim is the most fragile possible human being, is a little boy that is 5 years old. So there is in the movie you can feel the distance between that horror and the very little creature that is just coming into the world, and the character of Roberto in the movie makes the best man, the most special man that is able to present that, to save the child, his child, not only from the practical death, not only from that, but also from the death of his soul, from a permanent trauma, from a permanent shock. So this is I think this is what is about the movie. And
the movie is very touching, and also, well, we can guess that if Guido had, so if he had other weapons, he could fight the Nazis in a different way, but the only weapon he has is the humor, and that's the way he tries to fight against. That's very touching. We wouldn't say naive, but it's the only way he can do it, and it's a film of great expectations as well, because he wants to save the future, and the future is the little boy.
See, and also he has the words, he has the humor, and he has his brain, and to do that because it's the love for his child, and also he used that all that ability to conquer the woman he's in love with, and despite of what is already being decided. So he's a very special man, and I think that's what is very particular and precious of this movie, that is someone that in little measure, big measure, is an exemplum, let's say, of a great parent, of a great lover, of the great husband, of the great person. And I add something that is not about the movie, but about the making of the movie. And I'm very proud that I picked the kid and the little boy against all the group that was working with us, because he was so little and everybody was so scared, because it was so tiny that he couldn't learn by heart, he couldn't understand that he had to work. But he broke my heart, the little boy, and I fight like hell to have him, although it was too little to work. And but then being with him, it's been special, because although he was so little, he understood he had to work, and it was not a game, it was working, and it went through. But every time I think of the little boy, I'm very happy that he's there, because he has a sensitivity, he has the soul in his face, and I'm really proud of that. And what else? I don't know. Do someone want to ask?
If you want to ask any question briefly.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
How it was working with your husband?
I'm sorry?
How it was working with your husband?
Okay. So actually, when I work, I work. If it's my husband, or if it's Sarah Driver, or if it's Andrea Renzi, for me it's the same, because we are working. So he's a very kind person. He's a very is so concentrated on what he wants, and but he's really kind. So he puts everybody in the best condition. He's able to make feel everybody very comfortable on the work, and is really kind and cheerful, and And sometimes you see him, he doesn't know what to do as he's a human being, and then he decides what he wants to do. But he's a very pleasant director, very pleasant.
Any further questions? No. Okay, thank you all, and have a nice screening. Enjoy the film. Thank you, Nicoletta.
Grazie. Thank you. Grazie. Thank you very, very much. Grazie. Thank you to this great festival again.
Thank you.
Grazie.